My name is Clara. I'm 22 years old, and I live in New York City. This is the story of the most terrifying day of my life. It was a Thursday morning, quiet and ordinary, or at least it began that way. I was at home, sipping my morning coffee, when my phone rang. I glanced at the screen and saw the name of my best friend, Elena. Her voice was trembling, broken with sobs. "Clara, help me, please," she cried. "Elena? What's wrong?" I asked, startled. "Come to the train station. Please, hurry. I'm so scared." Before I could ask another question, the line went dead. My heart began to pound. Elena never cries. Something was terribly wrong. Without wasting a second, I grabbed my keys, threw on a jacket, and rushed out of my apartment. When I reached the station, I spotted her instantly. She looked pale, almost ghostly, her hands shaking. "Elena, what happened?" I asked, grabbing her shoulders. She glanced around nervously before whispering, "Someone's following me. I think he wants to hurt me." I felt a chill crawl up my spine. "Who's following you? Did you call the police?" She shook her head. "My phone died. Clara, he keeps finding me. Everywhere I go, he's there." Her eyes filled with tears as she clutched my arm tightly. I looked around the crowded station. People bustled by, reading newspapers, carrying briefcases, looking perfectly normal. For a moment I thought maybe Elena was imagining things. But then she pointed behind me, her face frozen in terror. There. There he is." I turned quickly. A man stood about 20 feet away. He was tall, thin, wearing a dark blue jacket and sunglasses. His face was blank, no emotion at all, and he was staring right at us. My stomach twisted. Something about him felt wrong. "Let's go. Now," I said firmly. We hurried toward the exit. Elena gripped my hand so tightly it hurt. "My car's outside," I said, "we'll drive somewhere safe." But as we stepped out of the station, Elena gasped. "Clara, he's following us." I turned. The man was walking toward us, slow but steady, his face still expressionless. That emptiness in his eyes was far more frightening than anger would have been. "Get in the car!" I shouted. We scrambled inside. My hand shook as I jammed the keys into the ignition. When the engine roared to life, I dared a glance in the mirror. The man was just standing there, watching as we drove away. "Where should we go?" I asked. "Take me to Riverside Mall," Elena said. "There'll be people there. He won't do anything in public." I sped through the streets until the mall came into view. It was busy, crowded, safe. At least, that's what I wanted to believe. Inside the food court, Elena tried to calm herself. She asked me to get water while she used the restroom. I bought 2 bottles and waited, forcing myself to relax. Families laughed around me, children played, and for a moment, everything felt normal. But when Elena returned, her face was white again. "Clara," she whispered, "he's here. He's standing by the toy store." My breath caught. How could he have found us so quickly? We rushed to the security desk near the entrance. An older security guard listened patiently as we explained. Elena described the man, tall, thin, blue jacket, dark hair, sunglasses. The guard nodded. "I'll take a look. You two stay here." Minutes dragged by. When he returned, his expression was puzzled. "I walked through the whole mall," he said. "There's no one matching that description." "Are you sure he came inside?" Elena and I exchanged a bewildered look. How could the man just vanish? The guard kindly offered to walk us to our car. We accepted, but the entire time, my nerves buzzed. It was too easy. Too quiet. Later, at a cafe called Blue Moon, we tried to recover. Elena thanked me for standing by her. I told her that's what friends do, but my curiosity burned. "Elena, who is he? Why is he following you?" She shook her head. I don't know. I noticed him behind me this morning on my way to the station. Every time I turned, he was there. Before I could ask more, her face went white again. She whispered, Clara, don't turn around. He's here. He's sitting by the door. My blood ran cold. How? How was he always one step ahead? Before I could react, Elena did something shocking. She stood up and walked straight to him. She sat at his table. My jaw dropped. A few minutes later, she returned, with the man. Clara, this is Daniel, she said quietly. He's my ex-boyfriend. I was stunned. What? Your ex-boyfriend? Elena, you told me he was a stranger. Daniel removed his sunglasses. Without them, he looked human, tired, sad, even broken. Not the soulless stalker I had imagined. I'm sorry I scared you today, he said softly. Elena and I broke up 3 months ago. I just wanted to talk to her. She won't answer my calls. I turned to Elena. Why didn't you tell me the truth? Her cheeks flushed. Because I knew you'd tell me to just talk to him, and I didn't want to. Daniel's voice cracked. Elena, I love you. I made mistakes, but I want to fix things. I leaned forward. Following her everywhere is not the way. That's harassment. It's dangerous. Elena faced him, trembling but firm. Daniel, you don't understand. Following me without my permission scares me. I called Clara because I was afraid. If you love me, respect my choice. Daniel was silent for a long moment. Finally, he sighed and reached into his pocket. He placed a small silver key on the table. This is the spare key to your apartment. I wanted to return it. Anne. I'm sorry. I won't bother you anymore. Elena's eyes softened. Thank you, she whispered. Daniel stood. He looked at both of us, his face heavy with regret. Goodbye, Elena. Goodbye, Clara. Then he walked out of the cafe, disappearing into the crowd. For a while, neither of us spoke. My mind replayed the day's events, the fear, the confusion, the man who seemed like a shadow. At last, Elena broke the silence. So, that's the truth. My ex-boyfriend just wanted to return a key. She gave me a tired smile. Thank you, Clara, for being with me. I couldn't have gone through this alone. We drove home in silence. It had been the strangest, scariest day of my life. And yet, in the end, the monster we had feared was just a man who couldn't let go. Sometimes the scariest stories have the simplest explanations. Thank you for watching this emotional love story on English Story Lab. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more heart-touching stories. Tell us in the comments which country or place you are watching from. We'd love to know where our family of viewers is growing around the world.